All right, it's about to be the main event here of WWE Stomping Grounds. Baron Corbin versus Seth Rollins, and we are about to find out who the special guest referee is. And it's Lacey Evans. What on earth are they doing? So Lacey Evans is our special guest referee. Thanks so much for checking us out here on Watchalong Wrestling. We will be with you guys for the remainder of the show. The live stream is open. If you're checking us out, say what's up in the live stream, and we will shout you out on the air. I am Tommy on the spot. I have some folks here with me as well that we'll get to at some point, and here we go. So live stream watch along. Stomping Grounds main event: Seth Rollins versus Baron Corbin. It appears that Lacey Evans is your special referee. We will continue to bring. I'll give you guys a little rundown throughout the night here, throughout this match, of everything that's happened on the show so far. But Lacey Evans, double duty for her after coming up short earlier on her match against Becky Lynch for the Women's Championship. She is back here as the special guest referee. And will Baron Corbin see his first ever world title reign, I guess, in the form of the Universal Championship? Kind of a little. Oh, and Corbin now working over Rollins in the early going. Yeah, Lacey Evans. I know, unbelievable. Corbin now working over Seth Rollins. Big chair to the back there. Evans, and that match hasn't even started yet, but it certainly does feel like Rollins will have to figure out something here to wriggle his way out of this one. Obviously, I expect some Becky Lynch involvement here. They've really been pumping up the Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins kind of relationship, so to speak. They were both on the MTV Awards for The Rock. And all right, here we go. The bell has rung. And right now here on the East... Lacey Evans tried to go for a fast count, but only a 2. It is now 9:56 here on the East Coast, so this match could go the full 60-minute time limit draw, which would be pretty insane. Got Deej here next to me. I'm going to try to move this over with the camera. Deej, have you enjoyed Stomping Grounds so far?
I guess.
Well, you missed a good portion of the good matches. I feel like the earlier part of the show was better than the... Yeah, I feel like, and now Corbin working over Rollins on the outside. Rollins being tossed into the barricade. So far of the night, I'll give you guys kind of a breakdown of the different results that we've had thus far. Becky Lynch and Lacey Evans kicked off the show, and Becky Lynch won with the use of the mandible claw. So she's continuing to pay homage. Mick Foley came out and kind of has been public about his support of Becky Lynch, so nice for her to pay homage to him. We also had Ricochet defeating Samoa Joe. I'd say so far that was probably match of the night. Really good stuff out of Ricochet and Samoa Joe, and I thought pretty surprising. I expected Joe to keep the belt there, but it was not to be. Ricochet, your new United States Championship. And after the match, AJ Styles teased that he'd be out there to challenge Ricochet tomorrow night on Raw. So if we get that match, that'd be fantastic. Corbin sliding to the outside, rolls right back into the ring, and a big clothesline takes Rollins down. Also on the night, Daniel Bryan and good friend Rowan retained the tag belts over Heavy Machinery, but I thought a pretty good match. Crowd was really into Daniel Bryan, which was cool to see. Kind of a hero's welcome for him coming back to the Washington area, obviously originally from Aberdeen, Washington. The show tonight in the Tacoma Dome in Tacoma, Washington. And then so I thought that was really good. And Daniel Bryan gets the win again. Mr. Small Package strikes again. Big win for them as they continue to go on their mission to revitalize tag team wrestling in WWE. Big right hand there from Corbin takes Seth Rollins down. Right before this match, Kofi Kingston retained the World Championship by defeating Dolph Ziggler. Should have been him, but it was not him tonight. Ended up, oh, sorry, Jason, I wish I could show you the live stream, but unfortunately, they'd probably shut down the live stream and definitely the account here, so I do apologize for that. But if you're unable to watch, I'll provide some commentary for you guys. Hopefully, you'll be able to go along from there. If you're able to subscribe either way, that'd be fantastic. If not, I totally understand, though. Now Seth Rollins off the ropes there, sends Corbin in, but Corbin catches Rollins with the big DDT to the bottom of the to the mat, rather, laying out Rollins. There's actually is there a Let's Go Corbin chant? I think there is. The crowd's been pretty good with their chants tonight. They've done a variety of chants in terms of yeah. So everybody, I'll have to look into that because I have heard some people have said about the screen there. Yes, Lacey Evans is our referee. And yeah, I thought, honestly, Heyman was going to be the referee, and then Lesnar would go in from there and cash in, but not to be. I really would think that it'd be surprising to see Lesnar show up in a town that wasn't like a huge town. But then again, he showed up in Hartford, Connecticut, so I guess anything is possible. Corbin off the rope with an Irish whip, whips Rollins into the other turnbuckle. Rollins up and over onto the mat. Rollins has been really vocal recently about WWE being the best wrestling company in the world. Let me know in the chat if you guys agree with that. That would be, it's been definitely a topic that's been on Twitter recently. You can also follow me on Twitter at WatchWrestlePod. Been live tweeting most of the night, and then decided to jump on here with you guys for the main event. One of the other matches that you should really go out of your way to see if you slept on it, kickoff match was fantastic tonight. It was Tony Nese defending the championship against Akira Tozawa, and yeah, WWE, yeah, 100%. I echo Tyson #1 fan sentiment there. I've been shut down for a lot less than showing the footage, so it's kind of a tough situation. Obviously, I'd love to show it to you guys, but it's just it's a difficult situation there as to why I can't show the screen. But I mean, WWE Network, which shows the footage, I feel like most people get it for free or can get it for free. If they choose to do that. Big right hand there from Corbin. Now Corbin off the ropes. They had done a situation, but yeah, that match there, the triple threat, Drew Gulak, Tony Nese, Akira Tozawa, great match. Go anywhere to check that one out. They got the night started on the kickoff. Cruiserweights have been killing it for a while now, and their reason, at least my reason, for tuning into the kickoff each time, really good stuff. And a brand new champion, Drew Gulak, defeating Tony Nese. I thought it was a little early for Nese, my brother in here from Long Island, New York, to lose the belt, but he did. So new champ, Drew Gulak. And he's done a really good job, I feel like, in kind of reinventing himself. While I was a fan of the PowerPoint presentation Gulak, I feel like that new aggressive Gulak, who's had some great matches down in NXT, has been really, really good. Now Rollins trying to fight out of this here as Corbin takes Rollins, throws him back into the turnbuckle. Corbin in and out of the ring real quick, comes back with a clothesline, but Rollins ducks, and an enziguri from Rollins takes Corbin down. And then Lacey now looking over on Baron Corbin. Yeah. And goes from there. She's looking down on Corbin. I'm assuming this will lead to Becky Lynch. I just don't know. I'm assuming this will probably be Becky comes in. Yeah, it's a shame that the Cruiserweights have not been on the main show, because every time they are on the show, whether it be the kickoff or anywhere, on 205 Live recently too, they've been having strong matches up and down, and it's been a little bit tough to see them constantly being relegated to the kickoff show. I had joked that this match should go an hour. In all actuality, probably the show is just going to go off the air, I'd say, a few minutes early, probably by 20 or 30 of the hour, and I think that's totally fine. One of the things I actually thought was cool about this show was that you didn't have a lot of people on the show. A lot of people were kind of kept off the show to keep them fresh, hopefully for down the line, whether that be in Extreme Rules or even towards SummerSlam. So while it was a shame not to see guys like Ali, Finn Balor, AJ Styles having matches on the show, obviously I think AJ is still a little banged up, but having those guys not on the show, I think kind of leaves them fresh, and there's nothing wrong with having not everyone on the show, as Rollins goes off the top rope, goes for a knee to the face, and hits it to Corbin. Now he's waiting for Corbin to get up. Super kick to Corbin while Corbin was on his knees. Lacey Evans taking her time to count the 1, 2, 3. And obviously Corbin kicks out as the crowd really unhappy with Lacey Evans' slow count there of Seth Rollins and Baron Corbin. as Lacey points to her shirt and lets everyone know that she's lets Rollins know that she's the authority tonight. Rollins looking pretty frustrated. But it's a pretty smart move that actually for them to explain this away here. Obviously, Rollins has come out and basically said that he is going to be attacking anyone with a chair if there was a situation where they got themselves involved. So it makes sense for Corbin to choose someone female because Rollins isn't going to hit them with a chair. And so I actually thought and saw some rumors online of people thinking it was going to be Ronda Rousey. I think Ronda's certainly taking some time off doing that baby staycation type deal. So it wasn't going to be her. But I guess the next best thing and the most logical would have been then for it to be Lacey. I thought it would have been interesting if it were Charlotte with her history with Becky Lynch as well. But just means that they're continuing the build for Lacey, even though she's 0 for 2 against Sasha. Rollins here going for and he hits it. Powerbomb through the desk. Earlier in the night, Drew did a version of the Alabama Slam to Roman Reigns through that table, and he just bounced off it. So table does break. The desk does break as Corbin goes down through it. Now Rollins trying to get Lacey Evans to count out Corbin. What's going on? Michael Alexander joining us in the live chat, along with Robo Unicorn, Tyson #1 fan, Jason Owusu, also in the live chat there. Lacey now going to start counting down Corbin, and she is taking an eternity to get the count going. Lacey now warning Rollins. Rollins is laughing at how slow Lacey Evans is counting here. She's doing everything she can to kind of help out Corbin here. At least it makes sense as to why someone like Lacey would help Corbin due to her deal with Becky Lynch. She's doing 7. Now Lacey's getting tired. Lacey's kind of checking her knee pads there. Lacey up to 8. And she's saying, come on now, as Baron is taking an awfully long time to come up from through the table. And now Lacey calling for Mike Rome to announce that the match will continue with no countouts and no disqualifications. Match still going on here, Josu. Thanks for joining us here in the live chat. But yeah, Rollins and Corbin still going on here to close the show here at WWE Stomping Grounds. Now Rollins going to go get Corbin, get him back into the ring. Rolls Corbin back in the ring. He's not happy at all. He's screaming at Lacey Evans. Now he's tuning up the band there, getting ready for a little burn it down action as the crowd gets into it. And I will say the crowd gave a huge burn it down as Rollins came out. Kick to the midsection. Rollins off the ropes. Looks like he's going for the stomp, but Corbin rolls to the outside, and Corbin catches Rollins with an uppercut as Rollins comes through the top and set a middle rope. Rollins off the ropes though, catches him with a plancha, but no, again caught by Corbin and chokeslammed onto the apron. Corbin goes in again up, another chokeslam down to Rollins, goes for a cover. Lacey with a normal count though, not the fast count, which is what she's been teasing. Hey there, Jason Hooker. Thanks so much for joining us here in the live chat. For those of you just tuning in right now, you are watching us here on Watchalong Wrestling. My name is Tommy on the Spot. If you guys like what you see, make sure you leave a thumbs up and subscribe. We'll be back throughout the week. It's a huge week in wrestling. Obviously, AEW Fighter Fest coming up, just a couple weeks away from the G1. A lot of fun stuff going on in the world of pro wrestling. And now Baron Corbin telling Lacey Evans to let the timekeeper know to get ready as he goes to work over the leg here of Rollins. And now Corbin looking like he's getting ready for a Boston Crab of some sort, but Rollins able to get to the ropes and work his way up to the top rope. Big elbow, back elbow here from Rollins. Corbin charges, but Rollins moves out of the way. Corbin no one home into the corner. Corbin up to the second rope now. Oh, goes to drop an elbow, but Rollins moves. He lands on the top rope. Big super kick from Rollins to Corbin. Rollins to the outside now. Climbs all the way up to the top. Goes for splash, frog splash, and gets all of it. But Lacey taking forever. Goes for the 2 and throws out her shoulder here. And now the crowd is really eating it up as Lacey Evans is throwing her shoulder out. And actually, Corey Graves with a good piece of commentary on there saying it's Becky's fault because of her having to work her way out of the disarmer earlier. So good to kind of tie that back in. Crowd chanting bullshit here, not having any of Lacey. What's going on there, Switch Duck? Switch Duck there seems to be a YouTuber of his own right, if you want to check him out. Midsection. Chair shot to the midsection from Baron Corbin. Oh, yeah, only a matter of time before Becky. Corbin working over Rollins on the outside with that chair now. Oh, again working over the back with that chair is Baron Corbin. And now just leveling Rollins as Lacey just stands around and watches. Another big smack of the back there with that chair from Baron Corbin. Looks like Lacey Evans taking a little bit of time out to file her nails there in the corner. Now she's trying to convince Corbin that really this isn't allowed and not having any of that. Interesting to note that Corbin has really just not had any interest in getting any sort of ring gear since being the acting Raw general manager all this. Okay, now she's saying no DQ. So I guess before was saying no disqualification, no countouts, and now saying no DQs. So now everything goes. And now, so Corbin kind of made that call to her. She went and made for the call. Now she's working over on Rollins, asking if he's okay. Crowd chanting for Becky. This would have actually been a real... Yeah, I completely agree. I feel like hopefully Joe losing the U.S. title moves him into a program for the world title, or the Universal title, rather. That's what I'm kind of hoping for. And Drew, man, another big loss to Roman. Falcon Arrow onto Corbin, onto the chair. Lacey Evans not even feigning that she's going to make any count now. She's just staring Rollins down here while he has the cover here on Baron Corbin. Corbin not happy right now. I mean, Rollins, rather, not happy right now as he looks over at the fact that Lacey isn't even going to make the cover. Could we possibly be seeing an Extreme Rules preview here? Is it going to be a situation where it's Lacey and Baron Corbin against Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins? I could certainly see that match happening. I don't know. Extreme Rules match. There you go. As my brother-in-law suggested over here. And now Lacey now into the face of Rollins. Rollins not happy at all. He's looking down at Lacey, kind of having an inner conflict, it almost looks like, as he puts both palms on his face. And now Lacey Evans, who's the official of the match, just smacks Rollins right in his face, right in the mush, if you will. Rollins not having any of it. He is not a happy guy. What's that? Yeah, my wife from the other room screaming, Becky's coming out. I think she's right. I think we're going to get it. Oh, big kick to the midsection from Lacey. Now Corbin back on his feet. Oh, low blow from Lacey Evans to Seth Rollins. They're doing everything they can to steal one here. End of days. And now here she comes, Becky Lynch into the ring. Takes down Lacey Evans. Right hands, crowd losing their mind over it. Now she takes Lacey Evans, throws her to the outside, does Becky. Becky now. Big right hand off the top rope, off the top apron to the outside, taking Lacey Evans down, throwing Lacey into the barricade. Becky leveling Lacey now. And now taking Lacey and Exploder suplex into the barricade on the outside. Now other officials are coming down, and now one of them will have to take the place, and I think we'll probably get a curb stomp, and that might be all she wrote here for Mr. Corbin. But let's see. Now Corbin calling for another official as now referee John Cohn comes in the ring. So now he's in there. Now Corbin goes for an end of days, but Rollins up and over, super kick to the face of Corbin. Curb stomp. And that, 1, 2, 3 is all she wrote. Seth Rollins wins the match, retains the Universal Championship. And now we're getting a little celebration as Becky Lynch is coming into the ring. And I think we might be ready to call this main event here for Extreme Rules. Maybe Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch defending their titles against Lacey Evans and Baron Corbin. Not sure that's going to do much for Philadelphia, but certainly looks the way they're going. Thanks so much. I'll stay with this until the end here for you. Thanks so much, guys, for checking us out. If you guys are tuned in for the first time, we are Watchalong Wrestling. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hopefully we'll be back with you guys again tomorrow night. I'll also be appearing on the Wrestling with Johners podcast coming up real soon. Check them out. Wrestling with Johners. They do a great job covering the world of pro wrestling. I'll be on with them on Tuesday discussing the WWE Stomping Grounds pay-per-view. Rollins and Becky, a big embrace. So it does not appear that we're going to get any cash in, but who knows? WWE likes to do the trickery here with putting up the copyright tag, so to speak, and then having something happen. So we'll stick with this and see how it goes. Rollins kind of laughing now, all smiles as he puts the Universal title up over his shoulder. Goes for the big hug to Becky Lynch. We'll say it's a little weird that they've been so public with the Becky Lynch-Seth Rollins relationship. It's not something that they typically do. Becky with a little smack of the ass there to Seth, and they both kind of giggle at one another. Feels a little weird. I don't know. It's not something they typically do. Crowd doesn't even seem to be that into the idea of the two of them being together on TV. Now, Becky holding the rope over for Rollins. And it looks like the two of them now will walk victoriously to the back. Let me know what you guys thought of Stomping Grounds, though. I thought, honestly, a lot of people thought this was going to be a really bad show. Not a lot going into the show. Thought a lot of the show, that was pretty good. I liked a lot of the... Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I don't think we're getting a Lesnar cash in here. But it would be kind of interesting to see him and Becky walk into the back, and then, we see Lesnar come back out. But I just don't think it's going to happen here. I think it's going to be held off for SummerSlam or one of the bigger shows. Something maybe when we least expect it, if it's possible to least expect it. They've teased this cash in 100 times at this point. We're kind of just recapping everything here, and then I'm sure they'll get back on and sign off. But Becky laying out Lacey there. I don't know how they could keep that feud going. It's kind of like Roman and Drew at this point. We've had 2 matches now where the babyfaces won both matches pretty decisively. So how can we continue, those feuds moving forward? And Seth and Becky walk into the back here and appear to be all smiles. Yeah, I'm happy to see where Ricochet goes from here as well. I think that's probably your match of the night so far. All throughout the night, I thought that was Seth Rollins did win, Jaden, yes? Yeah, no, not tonight. It looks like no Money in the Bank tonight, as they're already putting up the ad for the 365 special coming up next with Alexa Bliss. And that is it. That is Stomping Grounds, everybody. So, again, thanks so much, guys, for checking us out here on Watchalong Wrestling. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe, turn on the bell, and you'll know right when we're on the air. Thanks so much for everyone who tuned in to the live chat tonight. Really appreciate it. It was great to chat with all of you guys. You can follow me over on Twitter at WatchWrestlePod. Until next time, everybody, for WWE Stomping Grounds 2019, signing off from Watchalong Wrestling. Have a great night.